Hi, today we're going to cover how to search in OCLC WorldCat, which is the library's catalog, and we're going to do that by choosing a topic and completing a search. When your faculty member assigns you a topic, it's usually fairly broad, and then you have to usually sit there and figure out how to narrow it down to something that's manageable for your paper. That's part of the information search process. So you're going to choose a research paper topic that interests you and which fits the assignment criteria, because that can make all the difference in your grade and interest in completing the paper. The first thing you're going to do is locate information using targeted searching, and you might have to start with some background information if you don't know much about the topic. And you can find that background information in an informational book such as an encyclopedia, a website, or some other broader topic resources. Then you'll search for books, ebooks, and scholarly journal articles that are more focused on your topic. Once you understand what the topic is, what the parameters are, and what might be one aspect of the whole larger topic that you'd like to focus on. So for example, your faculty member has assigned a broad topic concerning weather and literature and how the weather affects the setting and the mood of the book. You've been assigned 7 different books for this semester. You can choose any of those 7 books to focus on. You've chosen Frankenstein. Your topic, broadly speaking, is how the eruption of a volcano created the settings for Frankenstein and Dracula. If that's too broad, you might just focus on Dracula. Why is that possibly an interesting topic? Well, in April 1815, the greatest eruption in Earth's recorded history took place on Mount Tambora, which is located in the East Indies. So great was the explosion that it affected the weather in much of the world, not just around Mount Tambora, for years after. So the first thing we have to do is get some background information on Mount Tambora and the eruption that took place, because that is something that we need to know more about in order to understand our topic. Then we can go on to find out information about the setting of the novel, or the inspiration for that setting for Frankenstein. And our search terms might be volcano and Mary Shelley, or we could possibly use Mary Shelley, and inspiration, and Frankenstein. Notice the ands, and notice the quotes. The ands are used to make sure that the software connects all of those terms together. And the quotes are used to make sure we get Mary Shelley as one phrase instead of Mary or Shelley. That's very important when doing searching, because you want to have as focused a search as possible. Now let's take a few minutes to conduct some searches using OCLC WorldCat. This is the library's homepage. We can use the basic search box that is available on our homepage screen to do the basic searching. So I'm going to do some research first on Mount Tambora and its eruption. I'm going to put in my search terms and then I'm going to click Go. The first result is an ebook called Volcanoes in Human History: The Far-Reaching Effects of Major Eruptions. If I click on View Now, I'll be able to see that book. That should give me plenty of information, possibly, about the topic that I'm interested in. I can also click on the title and look at my chapters. Vesuvius is there, the Hawaiian Islands, Pele, and Chapter 6, the eruption of Mount Tambora in 1815, and the year without a summer. So that's the chapter that I would be interested in this ebook. I would then click View Ebook and log in order to view it. So now I'll go back to the basic search screen. I'll take out my search terms. Now that I have some background information on Mount Tambora, I'm going to do some searching for that volcano and the author Mary Shelley. I'm remembering to put Mary Shelley in quotes because I'm interested in that author with that name. I've already seen this ebook, so I'm really interested in the articles. 2 results that are articles. Frankenstein and Mary Shelley's Wet, Ungenial Summer. They're both in JSTOR, and it looks like they're the same article. They just came up 2 different times. In order to view the article, I can click on the title. I can see where it's available. I can select one of the choices, and I can log in. The third search I might want to try is Mary Shelley and inspiration. And I could probably add Frankenstein. I still want to be at St. Leo University, Camden Memorial Library, and search. Now I've got some videos showing up in my list. I've got the actual Frankenstein video, Frankenstein and the Vampire, A Dark and Stormy Night, which is another video. I've got my book again. I've got an article called The Real-Life Places That Inspired Frankenstein, How Mary Shelley Used Ideas, Events, and Places to Invent Her Famous Monster. The Motherless Child in Science Fiction, Frankenstein. That's not really on my topic as much, but it is about Frankenstein. And so I would probably want to look at the real-life places that inspired Frankenstein. So I would click on the title. It's a very recent article. And then I would click on the full text. And again, I would log in. You log in using your St. Leo University login ID and password. And then I would be taken to the article. Now this is from Smithsonian Magazine, and so it is not a peer-reviewed resource, but it should add to your knowledge of how the real-life places affected how she wrote and what she wrote. I could limit it to just peer-reviewed articles. And I could look at the Shelley's enthusiasm if I wanted just peer-reviewed articles. I could also use my databases to do my searching, because while you will get results inside of the general search box for OCLC WorldCat, you'll get possibly more targeted results if you use a specific database such as JSTOR. If you would like more information about using our databases, please review that video. This concludes the overview of OCLC Basic Searching. If you have any questions, please call 1-800-359-5945.